Christians have been persecuted throughout history, and unfortunately, this trend continues in today's society. Despite the progress made in promoting tolerance and understanding, Christians still face discrimination, harassment, and violence in various parts of the world. The reasons for this persecution are complex and multifaceted, involving a combination of historical, cultural, and societal factors. One of the primary reasons for Christian persecution is the misconception that Christianity is a Western, colonial, or imperialistic religion. In many non-Western societies, Christianity is perceived as a foreign entity that threatens the local culture and traditions. This perception is fueled by the historical legacy of colonialism, where Christianity was often imposed upon indigenous populations by Western powers. As a result, many people in these societies view Christians as agents of Western cultural imperialism, and therefore as a threat to their national identity. Another reason for Christian persecution is the increasing secularization of society. In many Western countries, Christianity is no longer the dominant religion, and the influence of secularism has led to a decline in religious values and principles. This has resulted in a growing intolerance towards Christianity, with many people viewing it as outdated, restrictive, or even oppressive. The media often perpetuates this narrative, portraying Christians as intolerant, homophobic, or misogynistic, which further reinforces negative stereotypes and fuels persecution. In addition, the rise of militant atheism and anti-Christian ideologies has contributed to the persecution of Christians. Many atheists and secularists view Christianity as an obstacle to progress, and therefore as a religion that needs to be eradicated. This ideology is often promoted through social media, education, and popular culture, where Christianity is mocked, ridiculed, or distorted. The consequence is a growing atmosphere of hostility towards Christians, who are often marginalized, excluded, or discriminated against in public life. The role of radical Islam is also a significant factor in Christian persecution. In many Muslim-majority countries, Christians are viewed as infidels or apostates, and are therefore subjected to severe persecution, including violence, arrest, and even death. The rise of extremist groups such as ISIS, Boko Haram, and Al-Shabaab has further exacerbated this problem, as these groups seek to eradicate Christianity and impose a radical form of Islam on the world. Furthermore, the failure of governments to protect Christians has also contributed to their persecution. In many countries, Christians are not provided with adequate protection, and their rights are often ignored or trampled upon. This can be due to a variety of reasons, including corruption, incompetence, or even collusion with persecutors. The consequence is that Christians are left vulnerable to attack, and are often forced to flee their homes or go into hiding to avoid persecution. The impact of Christian persecution is devastating, not only for the individuals and communities affected, but also for society as a whole. It leads to a loss of diversity, tolerance, and understanding, as well as a decline in social cohesion and stability. Christians are often at the forefront of social and humanitarian work, providing education, healthcare, and other essential services to their communities. When they are persecuted, these services are often disrupted, leading to a decline in the overall well-being of society. In conclusion, the persecution of Christians in today's society is a complex and multifaceted issue, involving a combination of historical, cultural, and societal factors. It is fueled by misconceptions about Christianity, the rise of secularism and militant atheism, the role of radical Islam, and the failure of governments to protect Christians. The impact of this persecution is devastating, and it is essential that we work towards creating a more tolerant and inclusive society, where Christians and people of all faiths can live without fear of persecution or discrimination. This requires a concerted effort from governments, civil society, and individuals to promote understanding, respect, and protection for Christians and other minority groups.